Sup guys, this is Estiora and I'm gonna do a multiplayer replay video with commentaries. This is going to be a very good game because I'm playing with Blacklights, Kim and Faberjejo, and all of those players are good players, if not very good. So let's see. Yeah, this game I actually learned a lot about Expensive from Blacklights because, you know, he plays Expensive really fast and you're gonna see that he's actually able to upgrade before we have placed our buildings. This is actually really huge because look, he's already like building 3 buildings, 4, and yeah, and there's like six claims being used already before, like, you know, I haven't even placed my colony or HQ. So in situations like this, like, I think Expensive is one of the best HQs to go first, as they can really take full advantage of the time advantage you get, you know, from going first, you know, and not waiting to get the second, like the last player extra claim, because as you can see, he has already like 7 claims, while, you know, even though I went last or like semi-last, I have 4 claims, and actually now I bought another one. I have 5 claims. Yeah, it's really interesting. Actually, now I'm starting to think, like, should you really get this claim? Because at the same time, money, basically, you could upgrade the HQ and get 3 claims. So it's kind of tricky, you know. Like in the long term, yeah, this claim is like you got it very cheap. But at that point in the game, it's $2,000. It's actually very good compared to the, you know, 3,000 or, you know, 10,000 in the later game. So yeah. So what happens is Blacklights, okay, he went for water. Kim, yeah, he got his faraway steel mills. It's not very optimal. And what I did is I got 3 aluminium mines and some iron mines. And my idea was that I'm gonna stockpile aluminium and then switch to steel, and I'm gonna buy steel cheap maybe, so I could still upgrade. But aluminium price was, like, you know, less than optimal for me. So I think from retrospective is I was way too greedy. I was way too greedy on the price. Okay, yeah, I don't want to sell with 15, but, you know, if it's 27, 25 at any given moment, I should sell it right away, like some of it, and just buy the steel and just upgrade and build the steel mills like right away. I also won an auction here, getting this claim. Got bought 1 claim for the black market, so even though I'm level 1, I already have like 6 claims. But yeah, I think I should have been much less greedy and just sell this stuff, or sell the silicon, and just go for a fast upgrade as well. Now instead I'm just building the steel mills instead of the aluminium because I have enough stockpile. I don't care. But I think I was playing too short, too greedy. Because yeah, Blacklights is actually doing really good. And the key thing why it's doing really good is actually the power, you know. As you can see, the power price is getting high, and he's making a ton of money from it. And this is something like, if I'm struggling with this start, or like because I played too greedy, actually now that I think about it, it's my own fault that I was struggling. Then I didn't notice like pay enough attention to the power thing here. And I think Yeah, Kim is also like he's, as far as I am, he has a claim here. I have also a claim here. I'm actually now building a geothermal. Like it's, I understand it's my first priority. Um, and I think me and Kim are both gonna get 2 geothermals. So, oh, okay, there's a beat on this. I think Kim is gonna win it if I remember correctly. Yeah. And yeah, Blacklights is pushing it because he sees like, you know, why should I give it away if I have such a good, you know, power advantage right now? And Faberjejo, he is making glass business. Like he's the first to start out glass. So far, no one else has it. And he's also doing an interesting strategy. What is this? This is, yeah, electrolysis. Okay, he has a single electrolysis and three. Okay, yeah, I don't know, 2 of them actually. Yeah, he wants to supply the oxygen for them, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty hard because right now they're not working very efficiently, and that's actually pretty bad for him. But he's still gonna do fine with glass. The bigger problem here, if you can see, is his power, because he's the only one who is producing no power, and power price is key. Like if you look, I'm in positive at least. You know, Blacklights is a huge positive. He's making tons of money. So is Kim making. Kim is also making some money, and he's also building a second this. And yeah, I mean, Blacklights is just swimming in cash because of this. And yeah, now I got up with, because my steel mills and everything started working. I think I upgraded like twice in a row, or like, yeah, the level 2. Yeah, because you know, I built the geothermal before upgrading to level 2. That's what I think it was. So now I'm level 2, level 3. And I started mining silicon and carbon. I'm also thinking going into the glass business, and for later on to do electronics. Also, I was thinking like maybe I can do some kind of shenanigans, but I won't do them this game. Instead, everyone, yeah, you can see Faberjejo made the hacker array, and he's producing glass, and he's currently the only one who's producing glass. So yeah, currently he's the only one. So what is he waiting for? He wanted, I think he wants to short glass. Yeah, currently he's just waiting for something. All right. So now we started freezing Blacklights because, well, I didn't actually at first because I was still not in a very good position. But yeah, he has an offline black market. Well, I did buy a mutiny. Yeah, my idea was I wanted to mutiny these, but I saw that, you know, someone has bought those, and I was afraid maybe they are goon squatted. But I should have guessed that it's instead it is one of those and one of those. Yes. What else is goon squatted? And this, okay. Actually, yeah. So even though I thought like those are very good targets for like goon squad, because they're actually making lots of money in the daytime, so they're very vulnerable to mutiny. But instead, goon squatted buildings were hacker array, were Kim's geothermal, and patent lab for Blacklights. Yeah, we all know that this is defended because it doesn't take the collateral from the amp. Okay. So yeah, Faberjejo is actually not gonna upgrade, and again this this power is hurting him so much. And Blacklight started buying me, but he's like, we're shutting him down pretty good, so it stopped for a while. This dynamite here was really relatively unnecessary, but I guess it was against the glass factories, so yeah, Faberjejo is trying to deny him, because he's like, he has stockpiled so much glass and he's shorting it, and he's gonna short even more. And what I did, I started mutiny his those solar panels and make myself some money instead, or like actually just pay my debt. I'm gonna soon start buying defensively. And Blacklights actually changes targets. He starts buying Faberjejo because he's really cheap, and that's because of the power, like the debt, and that is mainly from power. And at this point, like, what I feel, Faberjejo should still like sell some of it at least, like really not, you know, I know he wanted to like wait for the shortage and stuff like that, but you know, sometimes you're not in a position to wait, so you have to sell earlier, buy some stocks of your own, increase the price of your stock, maybe even buy someone else's stock to increase it even further. Yeah, because yeah, he didn't have much time, and I think that that was one of the main issues here, because he was twice cheaper than I was, and even I was in debt. Oh, I forgot to change it. Okay, now we're in observer mode. But it's okay, I kind of know what is happening in this game. So yeah, I managed to buy my own stock and fix my situation. Me and Kim are the first to actually get to level 5. And yeah, Blacklight is kinda, well, he's still, this power thing is still working, like the price is pretty hefty. But at the same time, you're gonna see, yeah, there's gonna be another mutiny. At the same time, power is going to start dropping, and because now he's the one who is you know, maintaining Faberjejo, the only player who had no power, and me and Kim, we were, you know, we were sort of like self-sustainable power wise, so he's not at least making money off us. And here's a cool tip, you know, if you notice this mutiny had 60 seconds, it's because of the HQ adjacency. But because this was mutinied, and when I mutinied this one, this didn't have the adjacency anymore because this was already mutinied, and I got the full 120 second for this one, so it didn't receive the protection from the patent of you know, HQ adjacency protection. And yeah, we're still messing with him a bit, you know, slowing down the class thing. I'm also making glass, and you know, the glass market is gonna drop really fast. It's no problem. No one's gonna really come out on top in that. But yeah, aside from Faberjejo, who actually, you know, got bought out because of his glass business. So yeah, now it's sort of like situation is stabilized, because like none of us are making really huge money right now. Okay, Blacklight is gonna start soon making more money due to power. He had like 6 solar panels, but it's gonna sink the market really fast. But he's still gonna make a lot of money out of it. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. And here I think I'm building the Offworld market. So transitioned from a very slow early start into getting the Offworld market first, slightly before Kim. Kim is also now building one. So yeah, the first Offworld markets are pretty good because Goon Squad is still really cheap. But here's the thing, you know, if if like with Offworld markets, people start to pay a lot of attention towards them, you know. I mean, yeah, I guess it's like justified because you know they bring in a lot of money. But here's the thing: you can't lose track of all the other things that are going on here. Yeah, like right now he's getting lots of money from you know energy. He's also dropping the Offworld market, but we're gonna start like you know nuking each other's Offworld markets. But what Blacklights is gonna do, you're gonna see soon. He's actually gonna start using other things other than Offworld markets, and we, meaning me and Kim, we are not paying enough attention to it. So if you look, like Blacklight's is the only player who is making water. This is actually very interesting because that means, you know, right now the water price is 55. Okay, it doesn't really matter so much, but that means if he would start shorting water, then there is really no one in this game who would, you know, do anything about that. Besides, yeah, right now it's just so. And yeah, his this hacker array is working. Yeah, that's slant trolling. He got it pretty cheap, but it's not like no, I didn't need it really for like much anything. Maybe yeah for this one. Oh no, this got nuked already. Okay, so yeah, I had already wasted a spot for this one earlier, so it really didn't matter much for me. I was out of claims anyways, so I wasn't really planning on using it, doing anything with slant mines. Yeah, now you can see this is defended, this is defended, this is defended. So yeah, goon squads are being used up really fast, and they are being taken down as well. Okay, this is actually not. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a goon squad on it because I'm in observer mode now because I forgot about the bug the right moment. Then yeah. Okay, this got nuked. This working. So yeah, you're thinking like, okay. Yeah, here's actually a really interesting situation where, you know, Blacklights, his stock is being shared between me and Kim. I have more of his stock, but Kim is actually making more money because he has 2 Offworld markets, I have 1. And yeah, I'm kind of struggling with building the second one. But Blacklights, yeah, he's still working. Okay, as you can see, the water price has gone up. Yeah, no one is even noticing. He's the only one making it, like from here and here. Power price has dropped like 1, so this is irrelevant by now. But yeah, let's check. I can still access this. Let's check how much did everyone make, like power auto sold. I made 68,000, mainly with mutinies. Blacklights, well, he auto purchased a lot, but he also auto sold a lot, so he actually broke even. And Kim, yeah, he made the most, because I think why he missed the most is he had also 2 geothermals, but he consumed less than I did. So yeah, that's why like I was consuming a lot of power because of I'm robotics. That means all my like distant mines are gonna consume power. So I actually didn't have that much spare power compared to Kim. And yeah, Faberjejo he just out purchased. And yeah, he didn't actually use his class stockpile till the end. He got bought out before. As you can see, he purchased more class than he sold. Uh, yeah, I don't even know where he got the money though. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now you see Kim notices the water price like being too high, and so what Blacklight's actually gonna do? He's gonna change his strategy. Like see, he scrapped his glass furnaces, and he's building food stuff here. And the water price like plummeted because actually Blacklights had a lot of water stocked. And what else he's doing is, he's building 2 more buildings here. Another hack array, and this is also hack array. This is really smart because I often forget to check the HQs of bought out players, and so if I like want to see what's going on here, I like mainly focus here. But he built the hack arrays here, so I can see food prices went up. What he did is he actually bought a lot of food, then he used hack array, and then he sold everything he bought and whatever he made. And now he's like paying attention. Okay, he's Kim is also like rotating around, but let's see, because I think one of the players has a very important patent. Yeah, Blacklights has nanotech. That means Kim doesn't. That means, whenever Kim scraps his buildings and replaces them with something else, he loses resources. However, if Blacklights does it, he doesn't lose resources. So he's rotating a lot around, He had food, now he has oxygen. And Kim, yeah, if he's gonna scrap them, he's gonna basically lose 60 class, which is not much, but things like that are gonna stack up. So actually what's happening is Blacklights is actually making a lot of money from shorting something, buying it a lot, and then selling it with the higher prices after the shorting ends. And again, if we going back to resources and look at Blacklights, you see he sold 140,000 with water. He purchased a lot of food, but he sold 252,000. So he made a lot of money, like a lot of profit with it. And now he's like switching around and doing another shortage. So first, yeah, one water shortage, one food shortage, but now he has 3 hacker arrays. That means something's, yeah. Now he bought a lot of oxygen, and with all his money, like he had saved up because he hadn't invested his money into stock after buying out Faberjejo and some of mine. And now you can see this oxygen price, it raises insanely high. Ooh, yeah, and he sells everything and it drops back on to 200. With that he had enough money to buy me out. Yeah, he sort of made the right decision, because if he had bought Kim out, because I had stock in both Kim and him, I might have had actually enough money to buy him out. But Kim only had one stock in me, so buying out me was actually a very safe call. But here's the thing. Oh, during all this time, he has while he has been doing all this hacker ray shenanigans, Kim has been sending off Offworlds, and he's also collecting money. So even though, you know, Blacklights probably did the right decision with buying out Kim, because, you know, I only needed to buy 3 stocks from Blacklights, so I needed only like 300,000 or 400,000. Oh yeah, actually I was aiming for Kim because then I would get auto win, and I needed only 400,000. But yeah, I stopped making like my black markets, or like this Offworld markets, were like blown up, mutinied, stuff like that, and I was yeah, falling behind. So I actually didn't have that much money to buy out Kim. And yeah, and Kim got his money, and we bought out Blacklight, but it was still a very good game from Blacklight. Like, if you're gonna see post game report, let's go. Shortages, I did none. Blacklights did 1 for water, 1 for food, and 3 for oxygen, and they made actually a surprisingly lot of money for him. Faberjejo made 2 glass shortages, and if you go to resources, then you can see, you know, Blacklights, he bought oxygen for 300,000 and he sold it for 810,000. And Kim, well, he made the same money on Offworld, actually slightly more. And yeah, I was actually struggling a lot with you know, with Offworlds, and I didn't do like after actually I made a lot of money from glass because it seems I was able to produce it most efficiently and fastest. Because if we look, okay, Blacklights also made a lot, but well, actually everyone made a lot. Okay, I bought the least. So yeah, I made slightly more than others, and that's why I could like buy stock from you know, Blacklights and Kim. But also I got the first Offworlds, and with cheap goon squads, that helped. But yeah, I felt like I didn't have an after strategy. Yeah, that was the main weakness. I didn't have the after strategy, and Blacklights was taking fate to his own hands with Sakurai. I was maybe too much reacting to the market and not manipulating it myself. And yeah, and Kim, well, he got something from everywhere, and most from the black market, or like the Offworld. Yeah. So it was a good game. It was a very good game. A very interesting one. Because they were like, even, you know, Faberjejo, he actually had a strategy. It was interesting, like, you know, you've seen me doing this as well, like stockpiling something and shorting it. Yeah, but as you can see, you have to be careful with that strategy, and I've also noticed it like while doing myself, especially against better players. You have to take care of power, you have to take care of your debt, and, you know, even just consider like selling some and upgrading, using the money to upgrade, because you don't have to use the strategy to go into all out buying someone out, you know. It's very good to do that, but sometimes you have to like consider all the other possibilities. You can just use the strategy to make lots of money, and use it to shift to another strategy that's then gonna make you a lot of money, or, you know, buy someone out or buy just stocks. So yeah, I think that's it. What else is there to see? Yeah, insane resource graph. You can see what's happening. Food, so water first, Okay, food first, and then oxygen. This was insane. That was all Blacklight. Um, yeah, nice tricks there. Nice tricks there. One thing you have to like understand, to do this, what Blacklights do, you have to have a lot of free cash, like, because it's not just, you know, oxygen price doesn't go up because of shorting only. It goes up because he buys it before shorting, before the shortage happens, and then the shortage increases the price even further, and he can sell basically everything he bought with whatever, you know. If the shorting increased the price, say like 200, then all the units he bought, he sells them for $200 more. So if he buys 1,000 units, then he, you know, makes basically 200,000 profit, you know. Plus, if he's making some of his own, this like oxygen, then he makes extra profit from you know, selling them just, you know, at a good price. Yeah, I think that's it. Hope you enjoyed. You know, you can leave feedback. I really enjoyed it. Ask questions, suggestions, so on. You know, ideas about the game. I really, yeah, that would really interest me. So, thanks for watching. Bye.